Gasoline production in Russia has been placed under government control following attacks on refineries. You'll recall that I've been reporting on the refinery attacks by Ukrainian drones for several days, weeks now. The Russian government is tightening controls over fuel protection, which fell to 17-year lows following a series of drone strikes that hit at least 9 refineries in the last month. 11 major oil companies, including Rosneft, Gazprom Neft, Lukoil, and Surgutneftegaz, will sign agreements with the Ministry of Energy and the Federal Anti-Monopoly Service on measures to stabilize the domestic petroleum product market. The corresponding resolution has been approved by the government, and its goal is to maintain sufficient fuel supplies during the period of seasonal demand growth and agricultural field work, the Cabinet Press Service reported. As part of the agreement, the Ministry of Energy will issue mandatory recommendations to oil companies regarding fuel production volumes, domestic market shipments, exports, and exchange sales. A source familiar with the matter previously told Interfax. The orders will affect the production of Class 5 gasoline and diesel fuel. State control will also be imposed on gas station prices. Oil companies are required to keep their growth within the inflation rate, taking into account changes in the tax burden. Such recommendations existed before, but now their role is increasing, an Interfax source explained. Oil companies will be able to comply with production and shipment plans only in the event of force majeure. Since the beginning of 2026, drones have attacked Russian refineries at least 19 times. In April, at least 5 refineries completely or partially suspended oil refining. In Perm on April 30th, seized Ron on April 22nd, Novokubishevsk on April 18th, Tuapse on April 16th, and Norsy on April 5th. As a result, refinery utilization rates fell to their lowest since 2009, 4.69 million barrels per day, even lower than the levels of last fall's gasoline crisis at 4.88 million barrels per day. I think that was also the result of Ukrainian drone strikes. Then, after a series of airstrikes, fuel shortages emerged across the country. Regional gas stations reverted to Soviet-era rationing, and exchange gasoline prices broke historic records. Compared to the beginning of the year, oil refining volumes fell by 11%, year-on-year by 12% compared to pre-war 2021, and by 18%, or almost 1 million barrels per day. In total, according to Bloomberg calculations, Ukrainian drones struck Russian oil infrastructure facilities 21 times in April.